Ella was playing her weekly netball game for the school, and as she jumped up to grab the ball, her head hit one of the opposition's elbows.
And as I was going down, I also hit their knee.
Hit the ground pretty hard and blacked out.
And I didn't know much after that.
We got home from the hospital that evening and Ella went to bed, and then the next day we just checked whether she should go to school or not. So I called the school, but the school had already called my wife and gave us some advice on what to do.
I had a headache and was pretty tired. I didn't want to do much.
Struggled with loud noises and bright lights, so we just tried to kind of minimise our exposure to those.
I felt pretty stressed about missing school. I don't like missing schoolwork and being behind, and missing sport as well was pretty hard.
The school were great. They were really clear on what was best for Ella. They gave us some guidance on not worrying about anything, and just to take time in going back to school. From the dean and all our individual teachers knew what was happening, so that she didn't have to tell them and make a big deal of it. And they just wanted the best for Ella, so they just kind of had like a gradual introduction back to school.
I went back to school the following Monday after the concussion. For my first week back at school, I was at the sick bay quite a bit. I stayed in class until like morning tea, and then I went home, Mum picked me up and I had a break. Seeing my friends was really good. I couldn't do much schoolwork because even just writing and looking at things was hurting my head. If like the class was doing something online, I could do it on a piece of paper and just write it down rather than looking at a screen.
The second week back at school was a bit more involved. Ella was almost back to full days at school.
There was still no pressure from teachers on what I needed to do, but I could do as much as I possibly could and had breaks when needed. The class that I was most sad on missing out on was PE. It's my favourite subject, and the teacher involved me as much as she could, like putting things away, getting things out, refereeing and stuff I could do.
The teachers were really good about keeping us up to date, especially when Ella wasn't feeling too well. But from the start, they had a plan. They communicated with us.
Just information flowed very easily from the admin officer through to the deans, and then it got distributed to teachers. So the flow of information was very simple. And to me, that was a huge success because the family felt really supported, the student was supported, and it did take them a significant amount of time to come right, but knowing that they were getting information that was appropriate, that actually reassured them to know that this is absolutely normal and it just does take time to come right, was I think one of the best success stories here.
And Ella's back to a full normal activity, and the schoolwork and everything else is fine. She has no issues.
Definitely things back to normal.